Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Mad Capper and this is another video on Raid Shadow Legends, and this is part 2 of my Nightmare Clan Boss team, showcasing what you can do to improve your statistics and improve your damage on the Nightmare Clan Boss, which will help you progress less keys and, more importantly, maybe get you to Ultra Nightmare. So we talked in the last video a lot about gear, and I showed you the champions and how I min-max, and we talked about using defense or using primary percentage of your whatever your attack is, defense, HP, or attack on your boots. We talked about mitigating your damage by getting about that 4,000 threshold on defense and 40k HP, and how that's going to help you progress longer by staying alive longer, which will help you do more damage over time. And we showed you a Rowan who is actually a very average built Rowan at this point for a clan boss. Absolutely go baller on the clan boss. So now I talked about Lutheia, and she was the first champion that I tried this out with, and unfortunately I haven't gotten a lot of success out of her, and I think part of it is she needs books, and I really just don't feel like I want to spend the type of books on her. But I did get a couple of extra champions. If I get more epic books, I promise you I will do it, so we can see where she can be when she is fully booked, to see if she can do a little bit more damage. So she's a little bit underwhelming on this comp, and hopefully Bulwark pulls out the absolute show that he did on the first run with Rowan in there, just so we can see Lutheia's abilities. She does have lifesteal like everyone else. The gear isn't min-maxed yet. I did get a little bit higher on the defense and a little lower on the attack. I don't know if that's the right answer. She is very low in health. She's very difficult. She's got very low health points to start, which makes her very difficult to gear. She does have good defense, so as I get around to min-maxing her a little bit better, maybe get her accuracy up a little bit more. Her crit rate at 99% is absolutely, you know, it's going to happen every time. She's not going to crit because of that. So we're going to see what damage we can do with this, but ultimately, obviously, with attack champions, it's probably it's going to take absolute god tier gear to get her to the 4K, 40K. But even if I can get this up to 3K and this over 30,000, I think that would make me feel a lot better. And then we'll start looking at getting her attack number a little higher, or maybe getting her crit damage a little bit higher. But that's where she is for now. And her skill is on an A1 poisoned, which is a good thing. The bad thing is it's only got a 30% chance. She is with counterattack, and she is actually neutral affinity or strong affinity to the current clan boss, which hopefully will give her some extra damage. So let's see. We did 32 million. It absolutely blows my mind. We did 32 million with Rowan as my poisoner. Let's see what happens with Lutheia, and hopefully she can show up. So I always like starting it, and the only reason I like starting this, look at that. See, right away I'm already pissed off she didn't land a poison. If that was a 2-tack A1, it would be absolutely amazing. There we land the buffs. That's good. We're going to put in an HP burn. I am going to allow this to go auto attack because as I was an idiot paying attention last time, that hopefully I'll remember this time. He's going to attack Bulwark. Strong affinity. Lutheia is in a bit of trouble because of her health being so low, but I think for the short term she's absolutely going to be fine. But again, see, 2 attacks there. She had the counter attack and then the main attack. Still no poisons up. And this is the disappointment with her, is that having poison on an A1 should be an absolutely celebrated ability. She should be a god tier champion for the clan boss. She's strong affinity. She's got 200 accuracy. Her masteries allow her to have the right abilities. There's no reason why she should be missing these poisons, and yet no poison up. 4, 5. Okay, so here's gonna be another hit. She's gonna get a chance on the counter attack. No poison. Oh, there's her first poison. Everyone give us a soft clap. And this is why Lutheia is just not usable in the clan boss. Is now we are on round 3, I think. We've already gone through the stun round, so that just was round 5, and I have 1 poison, and there's the second poison. But we didn't get lightning in a bottle. Bulwark didn't extend it that time, so we're gonna drop that poison down. And if you can't get poisons on the clan, and then boom, didn't get that one either. So if you can't get those poisons on there, he can't extend them. If he can't extend them, like he just extended those, but she doesn't have the poison up. If you can't get those poisons on the clan boss, It's just not worth it. And that's the absolute problem with her. Look at it. 2 shots, no poison. It's only a 35%. If I book her to 50%, maybe we'll see something better. But 32 million, I'm going to guess I might do 15 to 17 million with this. Because I do have 3 strong affinity and 2 neutral affinity champions against this clan boss, I might break 20. But there's no way you can count and rely on Lutheia as being your damage dealing champion on the clan boss. You can just see it here. We basically have to hope and pray on these extensions. And we got one extension on the poison, so it's going to land an extra turn, but it's just not enough. It's just underwhelming for her. Now, is Lutheia a worthwhile champion? Yes, she is, especially Faction Wars. She does have a freeze ability, and I think that freeze ability also with poison, and the fact that you can build her to hit pretty hard, I think that is worthwhile. Faction Wars, she has some definite usability in Arena, especially, you know, mid-tier. I would say late game, she's gonna fall off. She's got way too low health, and her attack isn't that overpowering. She's kind of got good attack, not great attack. As an attack champion, it is kind of underwhelming. But as you can see here, I'm gonna stop talking. We're gonna speed this up for you, so you don't have to watch this whole mess of a run happen before your eyes. But as you can see, if you have Lutheia, it's a good thought, but she's probably not going to be worth it. I will follow up with her on another video when I get her booked. That may be a year from now, who knows, because epic books aren't exactly falling off of trees these days. But I think overall we've made her point. I mean, we're 4 minutes in, and she just put down 3. She just got 3 poisons. She's going to drop 2 of them right here. So just not a... Oh, hey, look, hey! And the other one got extended. This could be a streak. There it is. So now Bulwark's starting to do his deal. I don't think it's going to be enough. I think it's too little too late. But especially when she's just not following it up. Like there, she needed to land at least 1 more poison on those 2 hits. And at 50%, maybe on average, she would, and it would be a little bit better. Could have used an extension there. Every time she doesn't put a tick on there, we need to hope for an extension. And he's only got a 30% chance each time he gets hit. So, boom, there's 2 more chances for her to do it, and she doesn't. And now we're going to, we only got 2 turns on these buffs, so now we have to hope that she lands 1 and that he extends. Boom. He extended, so that's good, but then she doesn't land. It's just not enough. It's not enough. All right. I'm just going to talk and act like I'm saying important things because I'm going to speed this up. And the only way you'll know what I'm saying is if you slow it back down, which is really weird to do. I think that's a strange thing to do, slow a person's video down just to see what they're possibly talking about. But hey, you do you, guys. Oh, Lutheia, you break my heart. Oh, hey, look, she's got 4. She got 4. She's going to lose 2 of them. And I guess that's the one part that's what makes Bulwark budget, is that, and he didn't extend there, is that he has to be hit, so you lose the poisons and then he extends. Whereas if it's any of the other 4 buff extension champions, they will extend and then the clan boss takes the damage. So if you had a 1-turn poison on there and Septimus triggered his ability, or Warlord, or Vizier on their A1, then you're going to get that second turn. You're going to keep getting opportunities every time, and it's going to increase and increase and increase. Every time there's a counterattack, it's going to, and the debuffs are going to be stronger. So if you do have a debuff extender, such as one of the other, I feel like I'm missing 1 rare champion that has an underwhelming debuff. But if you have any of the attack based on their A1, which is Vizier, Septimus, missing who's with Warlord. If you have any of those 3 and you put them in this comp, Lutheia could theoretically get away with it because you basically are getting 1, 2, 3 more chances potentially. Plus, if your masteries are proccing any, you might even get more, but at least 3 more chances to extend that debuff. And Vizier has like a 4-hit A1, so I mean, if you can't extend with him, then there's something wrong with you. It's not him. It's you. You should just probably be playing Summoner's War. Don't play Summoner's War. This looks way better. So I hope I've dissuaded you enough. It's around 8 minutes. With her health and defense, she's probably going to die pretty soon. She's actually been hitting pretty well with her War Master, which is nice because it's keeping her healed up. But there's going to be a point where even with the attack down, she's not going to be able to handle that damage. And even if we see this, Bulwark hasn't been quite the all-pro champion that he was in the last video, and because of that, that's where you see the poisoner become more of a glaring issue. And Bulwark is there to help. He's there to try to improve your chances on those poisons and get to those max levels. But ultimately, if you just had a poisoner would land them more often, then you wouldn't have to worry about it, which is why a guy like Occult Brawler is so god tier of a champion. Oh, is he going to go down before? Oh, 2 chances doesn't proc. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, there we are. Woo. He got hit like a boss, son. How is he getting hit harder than she is? Well, I guess she's strong affinity, so they're weak hits. So I guess that does help. I still feel like he's got way more health and defense. He should be lasting longer, even with the weak hits. I guess that just shows you how much, right? Ally Protect obviously mitigated a ton of that damage. But, wow. That's actually shocking that he took so much more damage than she did there. They're almost about the same damage. He's probably taken the same, but he's got more health, right? So even though he's defense-based champion and he's got, gosh, 2,500 more defense in her and more health, the weak hit is helping her survive quite well. So that's a neat little thing to know. God, I'm actually surprised they're lasting to 9 minutes. I thought they would have been done around 8. But hey, you go, girl. Even though you can't hit, oh, she got 4 poisons up, but two turn poisons. If we this could be the run. This could be the run right here. Oh, they got buffed. They got extended. We have a chance. Here comes number 5. Oh, they got extended again. This is the dream. This is the dream we always thought about it. We needed it about 6 minutes earlier. Oh, and she lands another. She's on fire. Lutheia, everyone. She is on fire. Don't get confused by this. But you can see where if you had someone who's more reliable at extending debuffs, you can still use her, right? I mean, you get rid of that. I don't know how stupid Skull Crusher is landing his heal decrease or his heal debuff, but I mean, if you could extend that. He ain't extending anything anymore. He died before her. That's absolutely floors me. That floors me. I wouldn't have thought that would happen. Weak affinity hits less than just having more defense. So the number one thing you can do, and I'll add this to this one. This is another thing you can do. Have more than 5 champions as part of your team. If you have a team you can rotate in and out with several different options for, decrease attack, decrease defense, poison. I mean, shit. If you have multiple counterattack, you're probably not hitting Nightmare anymore. But if you can do those changes so that you're strong affinity, look at her. She's still a boss. She lived longer than Jarig. This is crazy. She's only got 2k health or 2k defense and 25k health, and she didn't die first. She didn't die second. That's actually impressive to me. I still hit 30.5 million. I gotta say, I'm shocked by that number. I am absolutely shocked. Rosin was kind of the star. I think in the last one, I think he did about the same. So the difference between the two is about 3 million. There's 9.4 million. She still hit really hard. I'm more shocked. I was really negative throughout this whole thing, but the fact that she was still able to pull off 9.5 million damage, despite the fact that she was grossly outmatched with her poison ability. That actually kind of impresses me. I gotta lie, I'm color me impressed. Still not good enough though. I mean, when you think about it, she had the strong affinity on her advantage on her side, and she still did less than a not even level 60 yet, just recently built Rowan. I've had more time to build her up than I've had Rowan, and I think she has all of her abilities too, all of her masteries, and Rowan didn't. But honestly. I gotta say, not the worst result. I'm probably gonna get yelled at by my clan boss. I thought I was only gonna do 15 mil. But you know, keep that in mind. Lutheia is absolutely viable as a champion on the strong affinity. I wouldn't use her neutral. I definitely wouldn't use her weak affinity. Neutral affinity, you run the risk of her getting targeted too soon. And weak affinity, I mean, she's already barely landing poisons. Could you imagine if she couldn't land them at all? Again, Bulwark definitely helped at the end there by extending those in the second half of the fight. He started extending, but, you know, not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So there's a second option is Lutheia. My next video I'm going to do in the series, we're going to use Occult Brawler. It's going to take a bit because I do have to gear change him, and I hate gear changing, but I got to put him back in life still and make sure that he's tuned properly. So I can just put him, I can just swap his weapon out, but the problem is he doesn't have lifesteal. So I got to put him in lifesteal to make it right, and that means figuring it out and spending some silver. So, but that will be the next video. We'll see how he does in this comp. I suspect it's a 1 key, but I don't know. I actually have not put the full team together with Occult Brawler since min-maxing the other 4 guys with their boots. So it'll be interesting to see. Maybe I'll do a 1 key. Maybe the other 2 will their extra damage will outpace the poison damage that definitely Occult Brawler is going to bring to the table. So it'll be interesting to see. So stay tuned for that. If you want to see it, please hit like and subscribe so that you will catch the next video and get a chance to see what happens on night. Oh God, I'm gonna get yelled at. Oh God, oh God. To my clan who might be watching this, I wholeheartedly apologize. Even at the start of this video, I said I might do 15 million damage. I did 30. I didn't expect it. So basically, it's Plarium's fault. If anyone loses a key on this, I mean, everyone's got a key, but I think I feel really bad. Well, Lockdown put a key down too. So there we go. I don't feel bad. That's 13. We normally have 14 people hitting Nightmare. So maybe we're okay. Anyway, hit like, hit subscribe, keep your stick on the ice, don't eat yellow snow, have a good night. Peace. Stop saying peace. That's Brad's. Sorry. Don't peace. But don't war. Just have a good day. Night. Time. Just, I'm out.